today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a
There should be time. They don't be being used, and they be off. I don't get it.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hey. Go outside, Jaden. Come on. Come on. Go.
And effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gets around him. He's still on his feet. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football.
6-1-2-20.
Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
On 2nd down, it's McLaughlin.
Good job.
And the
Yeah.
reinforcements come
8,
in
5,
as
and
they're
9
gonna
on the
stop
way.
him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Morris. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So a long field ahead for the Ravens to start things out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Throwing his Here's Lance on third down. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action. Now it's Lance. He finds his target, Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yard. Dropped inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
You can always cancel. Seriously, no one will judge you if you call. Okay. Learn all the ways to save with Amazon.
March Madness, the main symbol is to up with the women's out. Reg. Lunchtime indeed, Reg. You know, how did you see Dave single for just a buck in the air? Choose life. Choose wings.
It's prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Uses the spin, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Morris now on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Morris. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Morris. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Browns have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game
I feel like
was
that
going to
thing
be
is at
it
like
the entire
60,000.
change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Huh? What you mean supposed to get to, once it's to 0, it's done. It's going,
Cody Parkey is on.
yeah, it went up to 131 and now it's going back down. 131,000. And now it's going back down to 0. And once it gets to 0, the stuff on my phone and my iPad should mirror the stuff on the computer. And then that way I could, you know, actually work on one of them. And put this back where it's supposed to be.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Shit.
Owen. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we
Staying
can't
in
do
block.
that. That's a long field goal that they got got 3 points out of, they've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Do I just wait on DJ Chark to get open? Yeah. Really to throw it to DJ Chark instead of trying to throw it. Well, really, Quan fooled me. I thought he was going to keep going.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Morris. That's caught by Ware. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
This count as a user game?
Don't restart.
I already did.
Low.
Damn, I don't even know what playbook I picked. Fuck.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
What is it, babe? Oh, shit. You fell asleep on it last night?
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its
I turned the TV off.
Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years
For real. Yeah, I woke up and I woke up. Well, when I woke up this morning, I remembered that I didn't eat that food, but you put it up. I was like, them long days, man. Them long days.
We look at this Browns ball club. And losers their last time out, so
you said what? Had it even finished yet? It was still, had it finished in the thing yet? Oh, it was just sitting there. Dang. Oh, tell us. I'm gonna play that mud.
They too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right?
Let me get locked in right quick. Hello.
And they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10.
Man, get out of here. Oh, you still got the tackle.
Get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense.
Brandon Morris.
And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. By the way, I
want to see him getting put down. Oh, he didn't even put him down.
Apologize, because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Fielded at the 20. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession.
Threw it 34 times last week. That's really the problem. Really should be throwing it about 25 times. Oh, but I had 2 fellas down 15.
He had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Lance eluding the pressure right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. They run the jet sweep now for Tony. Dancing away at the 35.
Good job, y'all. Good job, y'all. Because that was nothing to something. Shit. Good job, KT.
Up there, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Lance.
Had nowhere to go with the ball.
This will be a Brown sack.
DJ. Eric, keep running. I'm good.
Lance going to throw.
Eric, oh my God, y'all.
Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oops.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now, that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try the left side. It's McLaughlin, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Off play action. Morris. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Dog.
A jump ball, and this is
But
caught.
it let my nigga react to the fucking ball.
So
That's
barely
cool.
time to catch our breath. Here's
Send the
1st and
dog.
10 just outside the red zone. Here's a run on
Send the
first
dog.
down that
Let's
won't
go.
even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Morris.
Yeah, let's get it.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Now Morris on third
Catch
down.
that.
And this
34.
almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Parkey is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Morris. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Morris. He's going to look deep for more.
Yeah, nigga.
Tries to force it in, and it's
Let's
intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Lance. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On the run is Benjamin. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance.
Bro.
Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not.
They say, well, why? You know, you should have the bed. You know, obviously you're in first class, etc. You got the TV. He said, oh, no. You know, I was sitting middle with my wife and Coke. He said, well, come on. In this circumstance, pay the extra cash to you.
Afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
They've got his man.
Jesus Christ, y'all.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They run the counter. McLaughlin fights through, and now a crease. And
God.
Take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. Now went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. So, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not great starting field position as well.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
Yep.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On the jet sweep, here comes more. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Good fucking tackle, 33.
Push this forward.
That's Marty McFly.
The 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up
Ooh,
there in the middle
smack
of
that
the
nigga,
line.
Marty.
A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Complete on the
Oh, I'm tripping. All right, come on, boys, pay attention.
Inside the
Shit.
30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete.
Yeah, get your motherfucking ass up out of here. Yes, sir.
After the completion,
Look,
we're going to get a
hopefully it's a
timeout
broken
and injured
collarbone.
player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Get out of here, nigga.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. The Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got a man, complete.
That's right, nigga.
All you got to do is look it up.
Touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 77
really
yards.
crazy.
And the Ravens
Even
are able
moving
to
so
show off
fast,
their
it's
quick
so
strike
crazy.
ability. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week.
Ooh, they
Another
both
one
went for the
here
ball.
week 2.
Damn
I don't want to call
fools.
him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel
Boy,
good about things. You get into that
was great.
zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Got this nigga back. Damn. Oh, and then missed it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Good job, Marcus Peters.
Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
Did.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll look to set up his blockers.
Oh, my God.
Good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit. But they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports,
good job,
the
KT.
practice, the repetition. Sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat. But if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? First down, Lance. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
It's on you, 23.
I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
God damn it, nigga. You finna get the ball.
Back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Off of play action, here's Lance.
Shit, missed him.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Oh, he still could have caught it.
Complete.
And why was the throw so bad?
His pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those, but third down coming up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left
Just
side,
fucking
and it's
catch up
complete.
there.
And we will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Again, it's Lance. Steps away to his left. Benjamin with it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Lance.
Shit.
For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Benjamin. And he takes
Let's go
it down to the
again.
13 and picks up the first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Lance looking to throw it.
Shit. Why such a bad throw, though?
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Lance flushed out right.
Odell, nigga, and he's out of bounds.
One-handed. What a grab. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first.
That's nuts. How's he not out of bounds, though? Oh, knees down right there. Damn, Odell.
First half of action. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. On 2nd and goal, Lance.
No, keep fucking running, dog.
Interception. It's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside
Fucking
the red zone.
always
You're
do
actually
that
thinking
shit.
points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they
Oh
didn't
my
get points on that
goodness,
drive? This could cost
bro.
them.
Kyle fucking Hamilton. Nobody's open. They dropped 8. They dropped 7. Oh man, I'm just completely, that's bad. Oh shit.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
Man, that's bad. That's how the Chiefs lost that one game when they didn't score before the half. They needed to. Shit.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey, to check on the Giants. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Kyler Murray, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Alexander Mattison, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. We will see here that he's done quite a bit, but the bottom line, I guess, partner, it hasn't been enough right now.
And let's face it, everyone wants to be in a spotlight, but when you're not winning, that's not quite as much fun, because that's the bottom line, especially if you're a quarterback. Did you lead your team to a victory? No matter how many passes you threw, completed, all of that, that's what he wants to get done.
So far, he does at least have some good highlights to take home with him. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
On first down, Benjamin.
Man, come on now.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line
Face mask, face mask.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on
Hold
their double
him.
teams at the first level.
Who is
Make
he?
sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip
Come on,
someone at
man.
the second level.
Too old for
That
that.
hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
On second down, game well looking for
67.
space.
Block some fucking
They
person.
do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Lance now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that
Love lock.
back.
Wow.
Trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And a nice
That
job
nigga tried to
here
go
on
kick the
special
ball.
teams. This will
Fuck.
be down
Good job,
inside the
kicker.
10
Funny.
at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle.
Yes, sir, Tershawn.
Looks like a
Oh, that's Jay.
9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a...
Boys cheeked in the sophomore.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. So possession goes over here on
I felt like I
the
could have
punt.
blocked
And
that shit.
possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it
Oh, wait.
I've never seen a blocked punt.
Damn. I blocked a field goal
has been a struggle
in my last game against the Bengals.
And you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Yeah, field goals all the time. Never seen a punt though.
Oh, look, get out of there, Kenneth.
Impossible in last year's practice mode too.
Those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down and 4. Lance on the slant. This is Chark. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. On the handoff, Gainwell. And he'll be brought
Should have
down
ran
here
to the
at
pylon.
3-yard line. Give him 10 yards.
Riley Freeman.
And that'll bring up a 2nd and just
Over
about
there,
a few
he's
inches
educating
here.
niggas.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of
Oh my
mine
God,
used
what
to
are you
tell
talking
his
about?
running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. That
You already
is
know what's
into
going
the
on.
end
Tariq
zone
is
for
in
a
the house.
Baltimore touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks
Kyle
goes to the
Elam.
offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He finds his man complete.
Holding.
Shepard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Here's Morris. Looking to throw on second down.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Pulled in at the 24.
I can't get nothing going. I'll be running.
49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense.
Boys cheating.
I hit the comeback button, bro.
Last week, and that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Working from the gun, Lance. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Oh, he gonna get smacked.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Morris to throw on second down. And that's incomplete. The Browns on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Morris.
Yes, sir. Good job, y'all.
He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with
Just,
safety.
I mean, Isaiah,
Now, the 2
good
points,
job,
that's
man.
not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. On the return is Cohen. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Lance. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And here's a handoff to Gainwell.
That's, yeah, that's what I should have did the first time. That's what I'm talking about.
Enemy territory. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Ooh.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field.
That's my bad.
Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Lance over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
and run some clock here as they keep it
Good
on
job,
the ground.
KG.
5 yards on the carry. Good
take that,
pickup
too.
on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had
Who
the
did I
football.
keep?
That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So now the Browns down by 12. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. To throw is Morris on first down.
Gets this to Moore.
And he'll get up to the 34-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Again, he finds Moore.
Let me try to get that ball face mask. Come on, 34.
There's a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Damn. But the first guy got to rip that ball out.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have...
So that's the guy that's not only a champion, not only a GOAT, not only somebody that just had a stellar season, it was a top 2 MVP candidate in most folks' minds.
Is that Andre Cisco? Cisco, rip that bitch out, bro. Oh, he tried. Fuck.
It's kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Morris. He finds his man.
Yes, stay your ass in down.
That's Phillips.
Yes,
5
sir.
yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. He finds his man. Complete. It's Barker. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Phillips. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Give me the ball, nigga.
And taken down at the 21. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Let's go. Brick hands. Who's that, bro?
Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But enough.
35. Charvarius Ward? Is that what it is that dropped that ball? It is, bro. Oh my
Play
God.
defensively, and now it
Game.
brings up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got his man.
He didn't get the first down though.
It's Barnett. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Baltimore, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, God. Look at Drew Machine. Look at mouth, bro. Oh, my goodness. You want to drive? You can drive. All right, don't do that. Don't touch that. You don't have your license, sir. Is that a crime? Is that a crime? You better not cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry, Mr. Scotty. Oh, no. No, don't do it. Is that a tear? No, 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 no.
The drama. Oh shit. Dog, this nigga hilarious. Huh? Monster, did you go out? Oh, you did go out. Probably.